Hi guys, I just wanted to do this quick video regarding Visual Builder. Many of you would have got an email from Optimizely if have signed up to the Visual Builder beta program. The email may look something a little like this, and what it contains is some introduction to what Visual Builder is and how you can get started. One of the things it actually contained was an import file, which you can actually import into your instance of Optimizely. So you've got something to actually start off with. Okay, so once you actually get the solution or the invite from Optimizely, you will be given access to Optimizely identity. So when you first log in, you will see something along these lines. At the moment on my screen, you see three environments that I've been given access to: Production 1, Production 2, Production 3. In essence, they're all the same. They start off quite empty, and it's up to you how you want to use it. Similar to Optimizely 1 and the past solution, you have three environments: integration, pre-production, and production. I'm guessing this is what these three will entail, so you can promote your content up different environments if need be. Okay, anyhow, in this first instance, have actually imported all the content from that file that was attached to that email. As you can see in the Optimizely IA, I have all the pages here. Looking at the first instance when you get in, I can see that it straight away has gone into Visual Builder with the content that I have imported. And as you can see, because I have actually set up a demo app hosted on Vercel, you can actually see what the interface actually looks like. And as I'm scrolling through the different sections, you can see it also scrolling through. If I open up one of these, you can actually see the content and the fields that I can actually update. Okay, and if you wanted to actually just see that fully in the front end, you can over here go to the front end site and you can see it all loaded in. Right, so what my aim is to actually start from beginning, from importing the file in and actually setting up the front end so you can actually see previews like this and also visit the website from an end user's perspective. So if we go to my empty version of the SaaS environment, we will start right from the beginning. So let's go to production 2. As you can see, it's completely empty. I have nothing in the page tree. I'm going to start right from the beginning here. So first of all, what we need to do is import that content. So go to settings and go to import data. Select root as the initial destination and click on choose file. So I have mine in this Visual Builder folder. Let's click on Mosey Bank and everything else stays as it is. So update existing content IDs, just leave that checked, and yes, all languages. So let's click on begin import. This will take a minute or two just to start importing all the content. It imports all content types as well as content instances as well. So you get all the assets, content instances and types, and if there's any categories, it will be importing them in as well. So yes, it should say import successful once done. Number of content items 87, number of content types 32. So now I've imported this in, what I want to initially do is actually set up my website. So if we go to manage websites, let's click on create website. I'm going to call it Mosey Bank. Initially, I'm going to give it the Optimizely URL of my DXP service. So let's just pass that in there and select my start page. Use site-specific assets. That is optional if you want to use site-specific assets. Okay, so I've set this up. Let's create website. Okay, so that's my basic website set up. If I go into edit mode, you will see the page tree now has Mosey Bank as the home page. It has all of the content in here, similar to what I was showing before. but there's no preview because what we have not done is connect that the head of the website. We could host that anywhere we want, but as a demo, I'm going to actually deploy something on the Vercel environment. Okay, to get going, first of all, I do need to index my content. So if we go to optimize the graph from this menu and go to content synchronization, just click on start. What that's doing is pushing all the content to the optimize the graph instance. When you first import the content, it is important you actually do this. Okay, so the next step is in GitHub, I have just thrown up Remco's starter package to actually get the Visual Builder instance up and running. So if you go to github.com/minashs/visual-builder-starter, you will see this. Remco is still working on this and he'll be announcing when his final version is actually uploaded onto GitHub as well. Okay, so what we want to do is actually deploy this onto Vercel. So what we do is go to homepage of Vercel, make sure you've got a hobby account, and once you've got one of them, you can click on Add New, click on Add Project. I'm going to target my Visual Builder Starter project, click on Import, and let's give it a name. I've already got an old Visual Builder Starter, so I'm just going to give it -2 to hook it up to my second SaaS environment. Okay, and what I do then want to do is put in some deployment variables. So if I go to environment variables, I can put these in. As part of the solution, there is a sample environment variables, and I will just put in the values I need to add in now. So bear with me, just going to copy these in. Okay. So the first one, optimize the publish token. I'm just going to leave this default. So just default one there. Click on add. We then have the optimizely CMS URL. We put that in here. Let's go and grab my CMS URL, which is this over here. And click on, make sure HTTPS, yep, click on add. The next one is the graph options, which I'll show you where to get. So if I do optimize the underscore graph secret, where you get all of that from is the dashboard. So let's go to the dashboard and we have the secret, which I'll just quickly grab and put that in over here. And I'll keep on doing this. So the next option is the app key. And again, I will get that from my Optimizely instance, app key. And you've got the single key and single key, which is over here. Just want to make sure I've got everything in. So we've got the single key, the app key, and the secret. We've got the Optimizely CMS URL and the Optimizely publish token. We don't need everything else, but if you do want to actually see what else is in the environment variables, you do have a .environment file here. We have the site domain equals Vercel branch URL, so automatically it's a placeholder. When I deploy via Vercel, I'll get that URL through, and there are some other options optionally if you do want to populate them. Okay, cool. So that is my environment variables in, and we'll start deploying. So as it's deploying, what this is doing is basically building up what I've got in Git in Vercel. It does static generation of some of the pages and some of the content. This generally takes a minute or two, but once it's finished, it gives you a clear indication of if it's succeeded or failed. So this is just going in. You can expand this all by clicking on the build logs, which gives you a little bit more information on exactly what it is doing. So we're just going to wait around at the moment to give us all of that in Vercel. Like I said earlier, it should take around a minute, maybe two. But hopefully this shows how easy it is actually to get started on the SaaS CMS from Optimizely. Okay, it's now running the yarn build. This is where it picks up the environment variables, the default values that I've got in my folder structure, and also use the ones that I've actually pushed to Vercel as well. So at the moment, it's creating an optimized production build. It will then create the static generated files. It fetches all the information from graph as well, which it's doing now. So checking the validity of all of the content types. There's not many pages, so hopefully it does not take much longer now. It also registers the webhook, which is great because when you publish pages, you want all of your changes to be presented in the front end straight away. And there it is. Congratulations. It is now being deployed. So we can actually go to it. And if I just go to /em, you can actually see the site loading. It's coming in. As you can see, it is all there. Perfect. But what I want to do is actually see this in Optimizely. So how I go and achieve that is just grab that Vercel URL and go back to settings in Optimizely CMS, go to manage websites, go to my website. Let's change the primary URL to the Vercel URL, which is https Visual Builder Starter2 at vercel.app. Let's get rid of that double dash. And also let's add it in over here. So, and it's primary type and scheme HTTPS. And what we're going to do is change the Optimizely type to be edit. So let's change that to edit. Let's just set the scheme as well. Save host, save website. Now if I go to the front end, hopefully you'll see the preview come up in the middle. Just there you go. So now you can see I can actually navigate through everything as it should be. Well, thank you very much. That was a quick demo of getting the site deployed onto Vercel. Also a quick run through of Visual Builder in Optimizely SaaS. Any questions, please reach out to Minesh. Yep, that's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.